Okay. This is heavy.
I joined Jubilee because of the people. It's definitely like family to me.
I love everyone. I think everyone adds a really unique perspective to our company, and that's what makes us us.
There's people from different like religions or different like countries they grew up in and different states, but we're all like brought together to do like this like mission of like human good and empathy.
There's a lot of room to have amazing discussions that I think are pretty taboo in like most office settings.
Jubilee is all about empathy. And what I've learned through my experience is that the more that we dive into our feelings and our secrets and our emotions, the more that we're actually able to connect with each other. And the reason is because it's our brokenness that often connects us all.
I tried to write it in a way so people won't know at Jubilee who wrote it.
Yeah, I told myself I wouldn't be in another Jubilee video.
I'm a little nervous.
I know who wrote it, I think. Well, who knows? Maybe I don't.
Oh, I forgot these were my coworkers. Whoa. I wonder who said this.
I've spent so much time making others happy, I'm unsure of how to make myself happy. This sounds like so many people at Jubilee because we love giving to other people. I think our happiness is totally tied with other people, but I think it has to be a balance where it's like you are honoring yourself and the other person and both are in balance with their needs. I think if you come across a person who is able to be assertive and strong about what they need, you actually end up respecting them more because they are very solidly their true selves. But I would encourage all of us watching, including Jubilee team, to stand, for your own kind of self-time.
I'm an adult and I still have imaginary friends that I talk to every day and spend time with at home. Sometimes I rearrange the pillows on my couch so that they can pretend I'm cuddling with them. If anything, it means you have a super active imagination. You can carry that many characters in your head at once, including yourself. There are writers and storytellers all over the world who technically have imaginary friends. They just call them characters in their stories.
I have spent so much time making others happy. I am unsure of how to make myself happy. So this is my secret. I can talk about it, or what do you want to do? No, change it. Change it? Okay. I don't know why I kept reading it, because I'm like, this is mine. I doubt my religious beliefs every day. I try to remind myself that doubt is healthy, but I'm scared it might get to a point where I lose what I've based my entire life upon. I often think that working at Jubilee is the reason I keep drifting farther and further away from what I used to believe was the truth. I want to be comfortable with whatever I believe in, and I want to be loved by my family no matter what it is. But I can definitely agree with that. I feel like Jubilee has allowed me, I've always been so open and wanting to know different perspectives, and I feel like Jubilee has allowed that, which possibly lets doubt come in when I go back to the Bible or like some things, like why can't we love everybody? Why do we have to judge? Why are some sins worse than others? So it's just like a lot that comes into religion, but I definitely can relate to that secret.
Okay. I used to have a fully executed plan of how I would murder one of my siblings. Haven't coped with it, still don't like them, but I learned murder is not my nature. If I end up in jail for the rest of my life, even in death, they still win. Damn. Sometimes the people that you grow up with are not your people, In life, you get to have chosen family, and you get to have family that you can't do anything about, and that's just that. You literally can't do anything about it. I don't think that you're the first person that has ever thought about killing their sibling, like in a for real way. But I do think that it's something that you can be free of at some point and don't have to feel captivated by.
The older I get, the uglier I feel inside. I turn to friends for comfort and support, but I fear they think so too. I don't know anyone at Jubilee who's ugly on the inside, and thus I have to assume that the secret is a total thought distortion of someone perhaps being too hard on themselves. So I would encourage this person to, I guess, just reconsider, but unless one of my colleagues is like a secret serial killer, I don't think anyone's ugly on the inside.
I've cheated on my partner. I really struggled with that. I had to find a therapist and work through a lot of my issues. This is so hard for me to read and think about our coworkers because I think obviously for me from the outside, it seems like everyone is so happy and you don't happy in their relationships because we're always talking about relationships and they're always talking about their significant others and it's hard to see that relationship and then read something like this and try to put two and two together. Because I'm just thinking and I'm like, I can't imagine anyone in our office cheating on their partner just because they all seem like they're so in love. And obviously that's my perspective, but that's hard. One person is not always going to provide everything that you need. And so it may be a moment of well, this person can provide what I need right now. And maybe that was something like attention or something simple like that.
Plus-size models annoy me. Even though I appreciate representation, I think that the vast majority of plus-size models do need to lose a little weight, and that our focus on loving ourselves and our bodies have become somewhat of an excuse for not taking control of our own health. That's a hot take. And I think there are a lot of people that have this same opinion probably, but feel like it is not a popular thing to say. I definitely don't think that everybody has the ability to change their body the way they want. It's just genetics sometimes. It could go the opposite way too, some people just can't put on weight. So I definitely don't think you're always in control of that.
I don't have anybody in my life I can 100% truly be myself with. Every time I've tried, I've felt judged, and it makes me sad. I cope with it by having different types of people in my life that I reveal different parts of myself to. I didn't write this, but this could have been me. I feel like this is very relatable. How in movies you have your best friend that you're friends with your whole life, or you have the people that you grew up with. I don't have that. I feel like I just have different pockets of friends in different areas of my life, college friends and church friends and a few people I grew up with, but I don't have that one really good best friend that I could share anything with.
I had an abortion in college and it saved my life. It is not so much something I am ashamed of, more than it is something I just keep close to myself. I'm glad that they're not ashamed of this experience. I'm also glad that they decided to share this. I don't see this as a secret for them. I think it's just something that they choose to share more carefully because they say they're not ashamed.
When I was in middle school, I was sexually intimate with another family member, and I was the one who initiated it. Since then, we have had a candid conversation about the experience, and I have gone to therapy, but I don't think that the guilt will ever stop eating away at me and how I view myself. I know we all have our secrets and the things that we've gone through, but I don't think because we're coworkers, we don't think of the depths of those secrets and the things that we have gone through. This is heavy. Just the last line, I'm saying, I don't think the guilt will ever stop eating away at me and how I view myself. That is a hard thing to let go of. I do think time heals all, and I do think they need to give themselves more time. And I'm hoping that they heal from this experience sooner rather than later.
I'm afraid that I've lost my passion for life in an apathetic way where I don't know what to feel anymore. I feel like I'm just coasting by day to day. I'm afraid that I'll never feel fully alive again, and this scares me. I don't know what to do about it, and I don't know if I have the strength to fight for anything different either. I feel confused, like I don't know who I am or what I want in my life. If you had spoken to me about 5 or 6 years ago, this would have been my secret. And the reason is, even in my journey with Jubilee, I first started Jubilee Project, which was a nonprofit, and that was with some of my friends, and that became something I was really excited about and proud of. But after a couple of years, for various reasons, they went and did different things, and then it was me by myself. And I haven't really shared this, but for me, it felt like I was the last person on a ship that was sinking. And I was really scared because it felt like, wait a second, everyone else has given up on me and this idea, and I don't even know if I want to be doing this. And I think I felt really afraid. And now when I look back many years later, it was actually that time of darkness was so, I don't want to say important because it sucks so much and it was so painful, but it was necessary for me to find and strip away everything I cared about, whether it was, you know, me doing it with these friends or me having this many followers, like all those things didn't matter anymore to me. And it really was this question of, why do you do what you do? Like, why are you here on earth? This is a good time and space to look and ask for help. Ask people to help you along your journey, ask people to give you advice, ask for people to give you ideas even, and find ways to say yes. Meaning, you're not gonna find your passion in one day or 1 month or even 1 year, I think. But I think the way that you find your passion for life is like by saying yes to little things, and the things that give you gratification and joy, you should say yes again to that. And the things that don't, that's okay. So we don't have to carry all those things. Just let's find a couple of things that, like as you flip over these stones that are working, I guess, for you.
I do think there's power in sharing. Obviously, share with people that you're comfortable with, share with people that you trust, share with people that you love. But I do see a power in being vulnerable